Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for tuning to this video. In this video, we're going to be designing this salary dashboard from scratch. It's an interactive dashboard. I got the dataset from Kaggle and I'll show you guys where I got it from. I'll also drop the link to the video in the description box. I want you guys to stay tuned to this video. It's very easy to build. I built this in less than 2 hours and I know that if you follow the steps the way I explained them, you should be able to do that also under the twinkle of an eye. This video is going to be helpful for people that are beginner trying to build their first Power BI project, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I did creating the dashboard. So first we'll just go to file pane on now pane on our Power BI and go to blank reports. So while that is loading, you can just go to our browser and try to download the dataset from Kaggle in case you don't get to see the dataset or you want to know how to use Kaggle as well. Go to your browser and type kaggle.com and just click on this. And once you click on this, when it's loading, it signed me automatically because I had already signed in. So you can just like register, sign in, it's very important. You can see, just search for DS underscore salary because there's tons of data sets on salary. So search for it and there's just one data set. But nice, right? Is this it? No, this is not it actually. So we'll just change. But I definitely know it's saved as DS salary. So just filter for just data sets and we just search through. I got this data sets as like last year, so this is it. Their salaries, not salary. So the work year, experience level, employment type, job title. If it doesn't look like this, then this is not data set. You come here and click on download. Like I'm clicking on it now, it's automatically download to your system as a zip folder. So click on it, open the file and extract the CSV file to a new folder, and that's just it. It's saved as a CSV file to your laptop, and that's just how to get your data set. We'll just go right back into how to import your data set into Power BI. Thank you. Power BI is going to show you an untitled report, which is this page. So first we'll get our data we already downloaded from Kaggle and it's saved as a CSV file. So once you click on CSV file, my downloaded data save on download. So I just click on download. So wherever your downloaded data saves on, just click on it and search for it. I downloaded it a couple of months ago, so it's going to be below. This is the dataset here, DSLR. So click on it and just let it load. So most likely try to transform the data to make it as clean as possible for us to use, but because we got it from Kaggle and it's not like a raw data set, it's a secondary data set gotten from another source that somebody has gotten from before, it's most likely going to be clean enough for us to use and might not have to transform, but we'll just check and um know what to do about it. So it's connecting, as you can see, it's loading. Just let it load and move on to the next. So this is what shows when I click on data and after loading. So as you can see, we don't need most of this database, most of the columns in this database. For instance, we don't need this salary and salary currency because it's already converted to USD and USD is like the most popular currency, but I'm just going to leave it just thinking about it. But because this L, M, and S represents large, medium, and small, we'll just like try to transform the data and change those values to make it easier for us to work with our analysis. So it's trying to load. Just move. We'll change this also. So we'll change this. MI should mean intermediate, EN should mean entry, SC should mean senior, and so on and so forth. So work with that first, and we'll just go to this part, replace value, and click on it. Values to find. If we want to change I think there are 4 categories in the particular column. So we'll just work with SC first and change to senior. And okay, change this to MI should be intermediate, if I'm not wrong. Intermediate. EN entry. There's another category there, EX, which is for experts. So we'll just do that again and change. So we'll change with experts. And that's all for the experience level. So come here as well and change. We can actually always write the queries, but I specifically think that's so like far-fetched. In case you forget the queries to write and you don't know what to do, then you just have to go through the stress of trying to um change the values. So we can come here. It should be a way. I don't know why I'm not figuring it out. FT. If you know how to do it in the comment section, you can just let me know. When I clean this data, I used Python, but this video is just for Power BI alone, so I have to do this here full time. Yeah, I'm past scrolling. You can see part time. I think we should even be able to like check the drop down. Yeah, so you can see CT, FL, and PT should be contract, FL should be freelance, and PT should be part time. So we'll just change the remaining 3 values and work with that. So replace values, CT, CT as contract, PT as part time, and then the last one, C, the last one, FL as freelance, FL as freelance. Okay, so let's check the drop down again. So I think we've already we've replaced all the abbreviations to the full terms. So company size is the last one. This one we cannot just assume. We have to go online to look for the full meaning of most of the values here, which is going to take a long period of time, and we have limited time, so just keep that. Remove here, then replace values. L replace with large. You can see that immediately we do the replace value thing, it changes the values. M with medium. And then lastly, I know there's the S category there. You can check the drop down to confirm the S category. So we change the S category to small. So just let it load. Replace S with small. So I think that's all we have to do with this particular transformation. That's a little transformation we need for this dashboard creation. So come to this part around close and apply. There's a drop down there where you can apply only and not close this Power Query editor. You can only close and not apply, but we want to close and apply, so we'll click on close and apply, and then we'll just let it work. So once you see this thing loading, evaluating, and so on, it shows that it is already preparing the data to be used. So you can see in our data pane that the data is loaded. So I just wanted to drop this quick. If you want me to drop a tutorial video on how to use Power BI, how to know the environment of Power BI, and how to understand how Power BI works, the home pane, the insert pane, and all the panes above, this visualization filters and so on, models, table views, and DAX, you can just drop it in the comment section and I'll drop the video. So we have the data already imported, and we'll just go right into the visualization. So first we want to change the background because the theme of today's dashboard is going to be white and blue. We don't want the background to be white because we want our tables and our visuals to stand out. So we just get something as close as white. Just use the transparency to like 72%, or I think this is okay. So first we add the text box for the title. I love to arrange my visuals from top to bottom to help me keep space, keep track of the space I'm using, my the visuals I'm using, and so on and so forth. So just increase this box and change the font, so something like Arial Black. This is the font I actually use a lot because it is bold enough for everybody to see and it's just very mindful. So we'll use black. Salary dashboard, very simple. It's a very simple dashboard for beginners. Then we'll go to change the background to blue. So you can just rally around this place, pick a color that you think is okay. So you can come here, pick this. So you can just like rally around and play around. But I have um I have the color code I want to use. But for the sake of this thing, you can just like, for instance, I'm using 35276 for this. So you can just come here in case you don't get the kind of consistency you want. You can use any color you want. For me, I'm a very detailed person, so the 7 6. So you know the color codes to use. You can just like go online and search for colors. There are several colors there. So visual borders, yes. You can just use um white, click on white and rounded corners to like 6 or 7. Okay, so we're back to this. Copy the visual, make it bold enough. Area block is already automatically bold, but just work with that and then bring it to the middle and in it legs. And we have what we're looking for exactly. So we'll bring this towards the end and then add a few drop downs and cards. So we'll just add a card for salary and we'll use the salary in US dollars. Just click on it. It's going to summarize this thing into a visual. So change this into a card visual and change this into average summarization. So it is summarized um as the average salary in card. So just let it load. I don't know why it's taking a while. And then we can just start formatting while it loads. So the color value would increase it, make it bold, change to Arial black. That's the star font for today. And then the category label should be in bold and would increase the font to like 18. So so if you click on salary in USD, um this should be in US dollars currency. So we'll just click on it and then to be formatted into US dollars format. And then after that we'll just work with um another change in background. So we'll change the background to blue and then come here, double click on this and then change to salary. So lastly we change the format, visual borders and then rounded triangle, rounded corners to 7 px. So we'll reduce it to this, take it here. So we'll just try to reduce the callout values font to like 30, to like 35 and reduce it to so next another drop down also known as a slicer for the job title and the company size. Just trying to fit this to page. So I'll just drag it up here like the rest. And fit it into the size that we want it to have. The salary box itself is quite big. So we'll like reduce it so there's enough space. So cropping it puts every visual on the same line. Yes, so this is okay. So we just drag it down here. And it's okay like this. And then we have a few formatting to do to it. So first we'll change the slider setting from vertical list to drop down, and then change the header. Just capitalize the whole thing. Change the font and increase it like 16. We can just change this to, if we've been using Arial Black, we'll just probably continue with it, and then the values also make it bold enough and increase the font to 18 as well. Increase the data to 18, and we'll just crop it down to the point where the slider box is going. Then we change the effect, change the background to blue, this blue, and then we show borders to 7 px or 6 px. So we show border from black to white. So we have formatted, giving it the formatted to our desired taste. We're using Arial Black from scratch, so we'll just continue with that. In this one, we crop it down so it will be on the same line. With this, reduce the call out value to 30. The category label is okay as 18, so we'll just reduce this one like 24 or 23. So come here and crop the text box as well. And reduce the color value to 16. And if you're having issues with the cropping, you can just come here and input our desired height. Maybe we want 105, which is high, 102. So I think this is okay. Then for this, the font of the category and sizer values seem like it is not exactly black. So we'll just go there to confirm if it wasn't exactly black before. So Ctrl C and Ctrl V. this should be company size instead of job title. So we have to change the title to company size. Company size. Yeah, we need to add the year slicer there. So you just have to rearrange so it will be wide enough to contain every of our details. I'm using my left arrow on my keyboard to move them. You can always move them with the cursor, but for accuracy, I just love to use my left slash right arrow keys. So lastly, for drop downs and cards, we'll just be adding work here. So it's going to show as a card, but we'll change the visual here to slicer. You can always like copy and paste and edit, but I just want us to not be so used to that as we're beginners and we're very prone to mistakes. So see, it's already automatically saved as the slicer. So we'll just crop it and bring it to this corner. So as you can see, the space is not enough. So we'll just keep arranging and arranging so that we have our desired space left. Like I said, I'm using my left arrow key to adjust the visuals. I don't like to leave spaces in the background. I just like to leave a little bit of space. Do the formatting ourselves. So and then yeah, so I just dragged it and did the magic. So we just change the background, the title, and so on and so forth. So come here, change the background first from white to blue. Yeah, so then we change the slider to black, and then we go to the field part here and just change this into here and not work here. So come back here to like increase the font so it is as visible as other visuals on the top. So slider header, change it to, I think we've been using Arial Black from time, and then we'll just increase it to like 18 and make it really bold. I think the color is okay, but I just have to confirm this is black, the black we're using. And I feel like it is even so small for the title because it's not still showing. It's not as visible as it should be. I think it's okay like this. Then the values, just increase it to like 11 or 12. I'll just increase it to 11. I'm reducing it because I want the slider to show, the slider I mean to show. So we just move it like this and increase this one. So we'll just try to reduce this ones, and so we're able to create enough space for the slicer. So so you can just like move this one. So Next, we'll just put the remote ratio um, by employment type to just know the people, categories of people that work remotely and the category of people that do not work remotely. So we'll just change it to average. So it summarizes it better, and we'll change the visual from a column chart to a funnel chart. I think this explains it better. We'll just do a little bit of formatting, drag it up for space, and try to change the color to blue, the font will be using some time, and increase the whole labeling and so on. So first, we want to change the title from average remote ratio. You can just change it to remote ratio by employment type in capital letters. Remote ratio by, so I'm just trying to capitalize the title and not make it look like it wasn't formatted at all. So remote ratio by employment type. We change the font to Arial black and try to increase if possible. Yeah, I think this is okay enough. And um, we can just like increase this to this point and make it bold and in italics. Just give it more spice. And go back to visuals. No, we can go back to general and finish all our formatting, visual borders. Just change it to like blue, and then increase the px to like 7 px. So this gives it what we're looking for. So go back to visuals and change the colors here to blue. So for instance, if you want to put out a picture where you're trying to show um different colors per categories, you can just change them gradually here, but we want the same colors for every category, so just use one color. And data labels black, I think black pops better in this blue background. So I was initially in ash, so just put it into black. So make it bold and increase the font a little bit so it is visible enough for everybody to read. That's the purpose of data visualization. Your visual must be readable by everyone and anyone. So the category label should also be in black, and would increase the font to 12. Yeah, so we're getting on it. I think it's already looking like something that anybody can read now. So conversion rate. Next, we just try to add a donut chart right beside the funnel chart. Funnel charts are usually very delicate to use because it really determines what it determines a lot of things actually, and if you make a mistake, it might cost you so much. So if it's not a percentage based visual you're trying to compare, and the values are almost alike, you can just use something else, not a funnel chart. But for this donut chart, we'll just analyze salary by company size. So we can format our printer on this graphics to help us format the title and so on. I'm going to change the title by the way, and then the labeling can be better than this. So what we need is the percentage. So legend, we don't need legend because we can put their legend in their labeling. So switch off the label legend and go to detail labels. When we get to detail labels, we go to label content and we put category and percentage of data. So clicking on that, we can see that there is small and the percentage, medium and the percentage, large and the percentage. So that already makes it look like we're designing a pro dashboard. So slices, we just change the colors. So I think this blue looks okay. So we'll just change this one to the usual blue we've been using from time. I think this is a teal blue color. Then this we use a green, a yellow. So want a very cool dashboard. When I was learning about data visualization, they said visualization should be readable by people that have color blindness. So it has to be colors that are readable for everybody. So we formatted it. We don't really need to do any more formatting again. And I think if this can go lower, this should be able to go lower. So for the sake of the remaining visuals, we'll be adding below them. So just like bring this one above a little bit. Yeah, I think it's okay like this. And I think this one is too fat for a donut chart. So we'll just do this. And then we'll go to this spacing is right below slides. And like usually say in my videos, if you're looking for any value, maybe my video was too fast, you can go back or you can just search for um the particular what we're working with. So if you click on you search for spacing, it's going to show you what we're working with. We can just come to sizes and below it you see spacing. We can just like play around with this. We want our the middle distance to be really little. We can just bring this to like 72%. I think this is okay. We have to summarize the salary to average. We're working with average here, and average helps a lot. So as you can see that medium large actually has the highest average amount paid. So go back to our sizes and arrange the colors the way we want it to be. So this blue first, the second blue second, and the yellow third. So oh my god, you guys, we're working with salary in US dollars. I almost forgot. You need to pay attention to details. You could have actually removed the category when we're trying to transform the data, but it's okay. So average salary in US dollars, and this is what we have. Now we have to rearrange colors. Paying attention to details is very important, except the client asks you to provide the salaries in their currency. Since we have the salaries in a particular currency, it will be easy for us to analyze our data, and that's why we're using the salary in US dollars category. So we arrange the colors again, like I said. First big blue, second blue, and then the third the yellow blue. Oh, sorry, the yellow color. Yeah, so I think this makes a lot of sense. Medium companies pay the highest average salary, while large companies pay next, and then small companies obviously pay low because they have limited amount of staff, I guess. So we just change the title to like salary by company size. You can do the explanations when you're writing a report on your dashboard, but this needs to be as simple and as readable as possible for your stakeholders to see. So salary by company size, which makes a lot of sense already. So I think you can go lower. So I think this is okay. So next, salary by employment type. So let's not forget salary in US dollars versus employment type. So we just change the summarization to sum. I don't know if you guys can see what I mean. Using the sum summarization makes full-time jobs have the highest because full-time employees usually have the highest amount they get because I mean they spend more time on the job than the rest. So we use average to make the analysis easier to understand. Yeah, so the average amount paid to contract staff still higher than the average amount they pay to full-time staff. Imagine we just did the sum. Full-time staff are usually like 90% of the company population, but using average population, average summarization, it explains that this is the average amount they get as contract staff. So understanding the kind of data sets you're working with really helps when you're analyzing data. And one very important soft skill of being a data analyst is being able to pay attention to details, of which you just see that we did in this video. So um, we just use this format to the painter into this. So to reduce the work we'll be doing on the data, and I just want us to do something different with this bar chart. I want us to like add their maybe their experience level, first to see how well they pay people according to their experience level. So that should be their legend. So we'll just use this one, a stacked bar chart. So this already shows that experts are the ones that have the highest amount paid based on contract level and based on full-time levels, and most freelancers are not experts because why should they be freelancing if they are experts? So we'll just format the colors to our desired colors. The first blue is already okay for us. So we'll go to legend. The reason why we have arrows here is because the labelings are smaller than the space we give it. So first, we don't need this. We need the y axis values, but we don't need the title. So we'll just close the title and increase the fonts to about 12. Change it to black. Yeah, so this looks like a really nice chatbot already, but we still have a lot of work to do. And then we go to our x-axis. We do not need the title, so we're going to turn off the title. And for the values, we change to um 12, make it bold, change to black, just like we did for the x-axis. And now, can you guys see something? The summarizations. I think we can just put the total labels here instead of just putting this and it does not explain anything, because how do I trace 0.0 million to 0.2 million? I have to guess what the total salary is. So we'll turn off this and we'll go to data labels and we'll see total labels and turn it on. Yeah, so I hope you guys can see what I'm saying here because it looks great already. So the abbreviation in millions is too low. Everything is less than a million and it's abbreviating in millions. So we come to display unit and reduce to thousands. So six, can you guys see what I'm seeing already? So this makes it look easily read and interpretable to our stakeholders. So we'd make it black. That's black 0.000. That's a standard color for black. And make it bold enough, give it a background. We want our background to be in blue. So blue. And then we can reduce the transparency, and I think it's okay with this 90% transparency. So next, the legend. We don't need do we need the title? I think we need the title for everyone to see, or do we need it? Do we not? I don't think we need it. So obviously, these are the categories. It's just like repetition of data to me. If you like the title bar, you can just leave it, but I don't like it, so I'm removing it. So I'll make it bold. I'll put it in black. So we'll just do that. And I don't like the way it is top left. So I'll just bring it to bottom center. So this works. It's gonna take a while to load, but can you guys see it? Looks like a pro dashboard. So next, the colors. Go to bars and change the colors. So we have to drop down and change the colors. Entry level we like the color, but we just change for experts and the rest. Expert has the highest and we want blue to be as evident as possible. So we change the blue color. So yeah, so we just change this from the dark blue to the usual blue. Don't forget to master the color codes or search for the right colors. So for intermediates, we use yellow like we used for the donut chart. And for the last category, which is the senior category, we go to the drop down senior category and change to something a little less bright as yellow to just show that it's in descending order. And I think this looks great already. So lastly, we'll just change the title because the title is looking all not professional. Change it to salary by employment type. So we don't need the salary in USD. except they ask you, except you need to explain to your stakeholders. I don't think you need to put it in your dashboard. Your dashboard should be more of visuals than text for it to be visually compelling enough for stakeholders. So salary by employment type, which is already okay. So we'll just kind of reduce it so it does not overlap on our do not chat. No, it is too much. Okay, our little trick, reduce the width from here to like 470 and then drag towards the wall. So we already have our first three um visuals at the top. Then we need to fit in three more visuals below. It's a very simple dashboard, so we don't really have to do too much. So we can easily just copy this. I'm doing something very, you have to be very careful about what I'm doing. And I don't know, just less time consuming. For instance, if you're having a deadline that you need to meet, this is what you do. But if you have time on your hands, you can just manually click on the visual, try to arrange, but then this is already edited. So salary by job title, and we're going to drop down, we're going to filter for the first, maybe first five titles, five job titles. Look at what I'm saying. This doesn't pass any message. So come here and come to job title, and on this basic filtering drop down, click on the drop down and put it on top n. So top five by average salary in USD. Don't forget to change to average. So apply the filter, and yeah, we have our um fly by job title. The reason why I said we need to be very careful about copying and pasting visuals is because the title won't change except you change it. So we have to come here and change the title to top five job titles by salary. Top, top, top five job title by salary. So let's make sure that our salary is abbreviated in average. So yeah, this is what we have. Our labels are not showing totally, so we have to do something about that. Y-axis. So I think the width is not wide enough to actually take the amount values we want. At least if the first two values are like showing, it should count. Go to data labels and put its background into blue, and once you see 0 point in your labels, just know you need to reduce the summarization, or um the value. You need to reduce it to the next lower category. So display units should be in thousands and not millions. So it doesn't need decimal points. Decimal point should be in zero, and the display position should be outside end. Yeah, so we already have. I don't like this visual. I don't like the fact that labels are not showing enough. So what do we do? Probably just leave it like this, or let's check if we can change to like a column chart or something else. Yeah, I think it's better like this. You just search till you find something that you can work with, that you feel comfortable with. Like I'm totally comfortable with this. It shows my labels properly and is better to like re- um, so read. Just so it is okay. So we need two more analysis and just work with that. Next, salary by experience level by salary. As you can see, showing as a table. So we'll just change to a bar chart. Could have been a not sum of salary, average salary. Just try not to make the mistake of clicking salary instead of salary in USD. So change the summarization to average, and okay, so this is actually not bad. We can just like format on a printer and okay, yeah. Some people might like it like this, but I don't. So would just work with something else, change the colors to the same, the title, and that's all. So for senior category, one blue all round, one blue, one blue. So intermediate also change to blue. And one thing that's really important for us to reduce data labels, when you see 0 points, just know that you need to change the value summarization. So this should be black by the way. Why is it showing as ash? We'll just change this to thousands and no decimal. Please click on the lower arrow, change it to 0. So this is okay enough. But like I said, I don't like when my labels are just showing dots, dots, dots. So we'll just try to see what we can do about it. And if there's nothing we can do, we'll just leave it. Because I think it's okay enough that way. So let's change the title first and see what we get. So salary, salary by experience level, underscore. Yeah. So um, we're going to find something to do about the see when I reduce the font, it's although the fonts are like irregular, this one has like 12, this one has like 9, but I think it is better for the font to be regular than for the labeling to be regular. So last one we'll put in here should just be the salary trend by year, to see how the salary trend went by yearly. And I know Power BI will automatically recommend something I don't like, so we'll just change it. And then salary should be on the y-axis while the work here on the x-axis. So yeah, we already have our trend. Line charts are usually for trends. So average, do not forget average, average, average. So we'll just let's use this one to like format the visual. So as you can see, 2020 when these jobs were not really popular enough, most people didn't think they needed those people. The trend was really low. And as the year proceeds, the amount people get on an average level increased. That's really remarkable, right? So I just change the title first to salary trend. Trend means as it goes, so it explains why it is yearly. salary trend. So lastly, we want the labeling to be above. So I think we're done with general labeling. This x-axis we want it to be as bold as possible. We really have nothing to lose, so we'll just like increase this to like 12. 11 is okay, I guess. So I don't want grid lines because it changes nothing to me in this particular context. So we'll just close on the vertical grid lines, and then we go to data label. This is already summarized effectively, but we want it to positions to be above and not below or anywhere, just anywhere. So it's just going to go above now. Yeah. So shade area, click on shade area, and yeah, we want the line to be blue. So shaded area should not be this color, should be kind of blue. Come here to color, and change to blue. So this looks very cool already, and I think I love this dashboard because it's very simple, easy to read, easy to understand, easily created. You can design this in 1 hour. I promise you, it's very easy. In case you want to export this to your PDF or as a Power BI template, you want to show people, just click on, let's go back, click on File, click on Export, and you're going to see Power BI templates, export to PDF. So this Power BI template makes other people that use Power BI see it, but they have no access to the data pane and so on. But if you export to PDF, you can show them a picture of what you've done, what you want to put it in your portfolio and so on and so forth. It's not interactive, it's a PDF file, and that's just how to export your file to PDF. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it. I hope to see you. Drop a comment, subscribe to my channel, like and share. If you want me to drop any kind of video, whether tips, tutorials, if you want me to drop SQL tutorials, Python tutorials, Power BI tutorials, even Tableau tutorials, just drop in the comment sections so I would know that at least there's some people that actually see me and love what I do. Thank you. Bye.